Some of y'all don't stand on truth. You stand on proximity. If you didn't experience it, does it mean it didn't happen? Or does it just mean you weren't invited to the part of the party where the truth lives? This episode in Hot Take Court, selective silence is on trial, and blind loyalty, oh, it's getting sentenced. Because when it comes to power, fame, and friendship, people don't protect the truth, they protect their access. Some of y'all don't believe in truth. You believe in who the truth is about. Court is now in session. Da-dum. I really got to get a robe and a gavel. All right. Welcome to Hot Take Court, where public opinion gets prosecuted and cultural contradictions get exposed. This is not a debate show. This is where narratives get cross-examined and excuses don't survive. Now, here's the disclaimer, because I want to make sure everybody knows. Everything discussed is public, alleged, and already online. We're not investigators. We're commentators. The facts are public. The reactions, that's the story. Now let's go into today's charges. Count number 1, weaponized ignorance. Count number 2, selective loyalty. And count number 3, hypocrisy in hip-hop culture. Because some of y'all don't lack information, you lack courage. Case number 1, Usher versus reality. Let's talk about it. Defending Sean Diddy Combs by saying, I didn't experience that. Now, let's go into the opening statement. Usher basically said, I don't have anything negative to say about Diddy because I didn't experience what others are claiming. And that right there, that's not neutrality. That's proximity privilege. If 10 people say something happened and one person says, not to me, why do we treat the one person like the expert? Let's define the defense, aka control the narrative. I didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Personal experience versus collective evidence. The danger of centering yourself in someone else's trauma. If your defense of someone starts with, well, I didn't experience it, congratulations, you've just made yourself the main character in somebody else's pain. Number 2, the proximity privilege. Celebrities often experience curated versions of people. Power protects reputation differently, depending on who you are. Usher as a child under Diddy versus others' alleged experiences. Now, here's an uncomfortable truth. Abuse doesn't need a unanimous vote to be real. Not experiencing harm doesn't make you a witness, it makes you lucky. Now, when it comes to people saying Diddy misrepresentation or misdirection, is Diddy being misrepresented, or is the narrative finally catching up when loyalty becomes a liability? Some of y'all call it misrepresentation when it's really just delayed accountability. And I'm about to do a culture check moment. Why Black celebrity culture struggles with public accountability. It's protecting the legend versus protecting the truth. And here's another uncomfortable truth I'm about to share with you. Y'all don't hate cancel culture. You hate when it reaches your favorites. My verdict is guilty. Usher didn't lie, but he told a version of the truth that protects comfort, not clarity. Because silence wrapped in politeness is still silence. And if you're listening right now thinking, this doesn't apply to me, You're probably exactly who it applies to. Let's go to case number 2 on the docket. J. Cole versus the internet. Now, J. Cole has been on the interview circuit, and he's calling out people for piling on Drake during the Kendrick Lamar beef. J. Cole said it was disgusting how people piled on Drake during the Kendrick Lamar beef, and now suddenly we care about fairness. Gotcha. Because rap beef used to be about bars. Now it's about narrative control, and whoever loses that loses everything. Let me go to defining the hypocrisy. Hip hop thrives on competition, but hates consequences. The same audience that cheers the diss cries when it lands. You can't order violence in a rap battle, then complain when it gets delivered. You don't get to live in competition for 15 years and then ask for compassion when your ass is losing. Now let's go into this pile-on culture, like this digital mob psychology. You have social media who amplifies humiliation, memes over music, right? The shift from lyrical competition to public execution. And I'm about to hit you with another uncomfortable truth. Y'all don't love rap beef. You love watching people fall apart in real time. I'm going to jump to J. Cole's position. Is he really advocating for fairness or protecting industry relationships? Let's call a thing a thing. Cole's history of stepping back versus stepping in. You throw shots and then you're like, oh, no, I'm not dissing you. Like, okay. J. Cole wants rap to be competitive, but emotionally safe. That's not how this game was built. It's not. Let's go to Drake. Is he a victim or a volunteer? Because Drake's history of engaging in beef, you can't play the game for a decade, then complain about the rules. Meek Mill, anybody? Drake getting piled on and people feeling bad is like a boxer getting punched and the crowd yelling, "That's too far." And let's jump into the Kendrick effect and why this hit different. It was precision versus popularity when artistry exposes image. Kendrick didn't just diss Drake, he audited him. Like the IRS. Yep. And the verdict, I'm going to leave that to you. But in my opinion, J. Cole isn't wrong. He's just speaking from a version of hip hop that no longer exists because the internet didn't invent pile-ons. It just made them visible. Now we're going to go into the final argument and we're going to jump into the real issue because both of these stories point to the same problem. This isn't about Usher. This isn't about J. Cole. This is about a culture that only believes in truth when it's convenient. We don't cancel behavior. We cancel people we were already tired of. And the truth doesn't change based on who you like. Only your loyalty does. Which brings me to this. Consistency is rare because honesty is expensive. And which leads me into another uncomfortable truth. Most people don't stand on principles. They stand on who they like. So let me ask you, if you didn't see it, does that mean it didn't happen? And if your favorite gets dragged, do you want fairness or protection? Because the same energy you want for your favorites needs to exist for the truth. In this courtroom, popularity doesn't win, the truth does. It's been Hot Take Court. This is John Cash. I'll see you next week for Cash the Record.